Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and this is the number 23 Chew review. All right. And as you just saw, it will be of Havana Blossom. First, addressing the name. Back in the earlier part of the 20th century, a lot of chewing tobacco was advertised, at least, as cigar leaf. Okay. In a lot of cases, it was actually cigar leaf. It was leftover cigar leaf. So the Havana part is obviously playing or paying tribute to cigar leaf tobacco leaves. All right, like Havana seed. So this is a product of the National Tobacco Company. All right, LP technically. So let's take a look at the packaging. Now, at first glance, it seems like your fairly standard bag of loose leaf chewing tobacco, with the exception, of course, of it being non-sweetened. But it is not. Although this way and width-wise, it is fairly close to a regular bag of chew, this is not 3 ounces. Now, it does not say as such on this side, but on the flap side, you will see that it is 1.5 ounces. All right. As for any sort of date code, keeping in mind I do not know what this one means, it is located right there on the flap. It actually writes itself if you put it up like this, but looking at the flapped side of the bag, it is right underneath non-sweet. All right. Going to the bottom, barcode. The fact that it is a National Tobacco Company product. Now, they do say on these above that it is distributed by the National Tobacco Company. But if you look closer at the actual National Tobacco branding, it does say makers of fine quality tobacco products. So, although Stoker's, which is also distributed by them, may have some control over the processing, the facility, I am sure that a product like this is directly made by National Tobacco. All right. Over on this side, it has sale only allowed in the United States. This product is no less than 73% domestic tobacco. All right, which is actually higher than Red Man, and no less than 27 rather, percent foreign tobacco. All right, so but do keep in mind, this is only half the amount of tobacco that you would find in a regular loose leaf chew bag, 3-ounce bag. It's 1.5 ounces. Okay, so going to the flap, you flip it over. There is a Ziploc on this bag. Now, there is no branding for the maker of the Ziploc, but most, if not all that I know of, National Tobacco loose leaf products come in a Ziploc. All right, so I'm going to try not to mess up this bag because this is something I don't see buying again. So I'm going to do it this way just for the sake of not ripping the bag. Okay, so we have the standard Ziploc 3 and 3. All right, and the bag's ripping anyway. You know, some days I just cannot win. All right, there is some tobacco sticking out of the Ziploc. So it was basically 3 and 3, which is pretty standard. You see the tobacco there, but the tobacco was cut by the Ziploc, so the seal seems good. Okay. Now, I have never had this product before. I thought I had at one time, and then I realized that it was a memory of a plug product, which might have been Brown's Mule, to tell you the truth. So, looking at the product, it is very blonde and fairly dry to the touch. This is due to the lack of molasses. This is non-sweetened, remember. It's some good looking leaf though. I mean, having an idea of what tobacco leaf looks like from my experience with loose cigarette tobacco, loose pipe tobacco, and actually some cigar leaf, the leaf, it looks good. Now, as I said, it's going to be very blonde when I show it to you here, which I was expecting, and it is going to be dry, which I was also sort of expecting. I wasn't quite sure about that part. This will be along the lines, only more nationally distributed, of the Amish Chew review that I did, and of the couple of Amish Chews that Berg's Dip Reviews did. So let's take a look inside there. It's very blonde. There's no molasses being used. Okay? Also, the reason why it is dry. Now, when I say dry, though, I don't mean dehydrated. There's a difference. Okay? It's dry, but see how it's flapping by itself? It's not dehydrated. It's just dry to the touch. If it was dehydrated, that wouldn't wobble around like that. It would basically be stiff. All right? So I'm going to throw a little bit of this in, and I am going to hit the pause button, not because I have to wash my hands. Wow, there's some really long leaf in here. Because I'm going to have to wait a little while to see what's going on. There is some... Oh, I broke it. There is some very... It's almost like... It's not a whole leaf, but if they were using smaller leaves, it would almost be like that. So let me get a bit of this. Now, there is some stem material in this stuff, and I knew that was probably going to be the case too, but... Back in a minute. And I am back, and that made absolutely no sound that time. Okay, so let me just start by saying, for most people watching this channel, this is not going to be for you, okay? That and the price of this is a little bit elevated. But this is not, it's not going to be easy to find, I don't think. But it's something that you're going to have a real appreciation of what it is. I somewhat can appreciate it for a number of different reasons, but even for me, this is a little bit too far outside the box. That said, it's quality leaf, high quality, in my opinion. It is quality packaging, has a Ziploc. Now, there was some tobacco sticking out of it, but the Ziploc had to actually cut the tobacco, so the seal was good. It's quality packaging. The company is, in general, a quality company. It's not sketchy in any way. The product is not sketchy. Nicotine will be chew levels, all right? But beyond that, what I just said, that's sort of where the good news ends for 99% of 100 people. That's where it ends. This is very, very back to basics. Okay? Now, if you remember, one of my first chew reviews was the Amish honey cured, which was basically a plain non-sweetened tobacco. In retrospect, now that I've had this, that at least had some sort of curing with honey. Okay? This does not. So basically what you have is leaf. I'm not quite sure at this time what kind, but leaf tobacco that has been air dried, sun dried. Okay? And that's basically it. I mean, it's been cut up to a point, but that's it. There's nothing been added to this, as far as I can tell. I can appreciate the simplicity of it and the back to basics nature of it. I can even appreciate the simplicity and old-timey nature of the packaging. But for anyone that might go, oh, maybe I'll try that. The product by chewing tobacco standards is very dry. By its nature. I mean, it's not, you haven't got a bad bag. It's supposed to be that way. It takes a while to juice up. It will. The flavor is a plain Jane natural leaf leaning bitter. There is no sweetness to it at all. Nothing. Okay? Brown's Mule was a sweet treat compared to this. All right? Plus, you're only getting half the amount. And this stuff isn't cheap. Now, I'm not saying it's like around the price of Red Man around here, which is like $9.50 plus tax. But it's like $7 a bag for half the amount of a normal Ziploc bag. I'm writing that off because this is going to take less processing. I'm writing that off as what I'm looking at in the bag as the leaf. The leaf it's high quality. I may actually at some point do an experiments video. I'll have to do it sooner than later because the bag's now open, but I may see if this stuff goes in a pipe. That's what I'm thinking. I'm dead serious. All in all, it's not for me, but I can appreciate the simplicity of it. Okay, I can appreciate the like, I don't want to say historical aspect of it, but I mean, this is what loose leaf at one time, not all loose leaf, but a lot of it was like. Round late 1800s, very early 1900s. There were probably any number of products. It was probably, the market was cut down the middle, sweet, non-sweetened. And this would be what the non-sweetened product looked like. So, it's not going to be for most people though. Okay? Just remember that part. If you remember anything from this video, remember it is not going to be for most people, almost everyone. All right? High marks though for the packaging. Quality packaging. Quality foil inside the packaging. I like the look of it. It's sort of like blah, but I can appreciate the simplicity of that too. I can even, because of my long personal history with tobacco, appreciate the taste and feel of having non-processed tobacco in my cheek. Would I go out of my way, though, to get that feel and taste? No. Now, would I pay $7 for an ounce 0.5 for that taste? Not usually. I mean, I won't mind reviewing this again in the future, but this is not something I would travel out of my way for or spend higher than I need to. You know what? So this has been the review of Havana Blossom non-sweetened plain chewing tobacco from National Tobacco Company LP of Louisville, Kentucky, the makers or distributors at least of Stoker's. For what it is, it's good. But what it is not going to agree with 99.9% of the people watching this channel. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. Do check out Berg's Dip Reviews, Winnington Outdoors, Dirty Pat Walsh, Wayside Lee 83, Real Talk Studios for gaming stuff, and snoozefreak.com, the channel on YouTube, which has videos in German, but if you drop him a comment section question, he will respond and answer it for you in English. I do hope everyone is well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.